First of all, my name is Lan Doan. I came to Canada in 1981. Um, so uh, first of all, my background is Vietnamese and Chinese. So in language, I speak fluently in Vietnamese, Chinese, and of course, at that time was just a little bit of English. I started to work for Open Door from 1988 to 1994. My first involvement with Open Door Society was interpreter. Even though at that time I was only a volunteer, like helping uh, helping while the newcomer came to Saskatoon. I how translate like documents as well as interpretation in terms of all kind of like from the airport pick up to settlement, like renting the house, register in schools, things like that. So for my involvement with Open Doors, that I slowly get to know the people there, and also know of the job opportunity. So I applied for a job there, and finally I got a job as a settlement counselor with Open Door Society, and I worked there since 1988 until 1994. I have to say that Open Door Society really make a big contribution to the Vietnamese community in terms of settlement, because like Open Door Society at the time that I was working for Open Door Society, like when there's a Vietnamese refugee came to refugee came to Saskatoon, Open Door Society was the one that made connection to get like Vietnamese Vietnamese translator, Vietnamese interpreter, and also to help to welcome them right at the airport. And then after that, like looking for apartment, like connect with the school registration, and also many of the social activity that Open Door Society is the one that connect, helping the new Vietnamese refugees as well as the Vietnamese community. I became a Canadian in 1984, and I feel that Canadian status is the key to giving newcomers the sense of that they can build their future here in Canada. As a Canadian, I feel proud of being a Canadian, because as a Canadian, I'm a citizenship of a free country who accept me when I was a refugee and give me the opportunity to learn, to work, and to contribute back to the society. So I have to say that until now, I'm still very proud as a Canadian citizen.